welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to show you how I got that up, half down hairstyle that you seen in the beginning part. So here's step one. We're just sectioning the hair up into our half up, half down style. You'll see I'm making a part from ear to ear, sectioning off my hair, and I'm just showing you a more thorough look of that side to side or ear to ear part that I just did. Okay, and then once we have that ear to ear part out the way, we're just going to start off making our anchor braid. The anchor braid is what we're going to use to actually hold all of our back section or our down part for the up down hairstyle. So as you see, I just made a part right along that ear to ear part, and I'm going to start off with the anchor braid. I'm going to braid along that line. Yeah, so I'm just braiding along that part, just starting off the beginning part of my anchor braid. So the anchor braid is basically a braid that's going to go along the whole perimeter of our back section of our hair. It's going to be what we use to sew down our cap to make sure that our hair is secure and, for our quick weave. So as you see, I just took that part a little bit further down. Again, I'm going to just keep braiding along the perimeter here. You're going to see me start stopping and then just adding more of a part to be able to have a braid that goes around the whole perimeter of our back section, the section that we're going to use for our down portion. All right. And of course, my parts aren't really neat. I'm doing this on my own head, so it is very hard to part the back of your hair. But your parts don't have to be crisp or anything. As you'll see, it still gets the job done. As long as you just have that main anchor braid, everything will work out well. Okay, so as you've seen here, my anchor braid is pretty much completed, but you see it ends up. So now I'm going to take that braid and just braid it down. I parted another section so that braid ends downwards. And that's what I'm doing here. Alright, and then to complete this section, I'm just going to keep parting down, and as you see here, I braided everything down, and once I've had all of the hair braided downward, I just create one large braid at the end. You see, I just all connected it. So our back section is pretty much finished. We braided everything down. Now we're just going to take our thread and needle, and we're going to braid that last braid up and out the way. Okay, and then now we're about to get into the remaining part of our foundation. We're going to take these wrap strips and protect our hair for our quick weave. With the quick weave, you will be gluing down your tracks. So I'm just taking those wrap strips, making sure my own hair is secure. I look a little bit crazy, but we don't want to get any glue in our hair. And then I'm just going to go in with, I'm going to use 2 wig caps, but this is the first one. So we're just going in with that first wig cap. And some got to be sprayed just to make sure that we hold everything in place. And now you see me just taking a needle and thread again along that anchor braid that we created, the braid around the perimeter. We're just going to sew the cap around there. So you're going to sew the cap around the perimeter braid along the anchor braid. And now we're just going to cut off all excess, get out all the wrap strips, all the cap, and we're going to go in with a second cap. As you see off camera, I put on that second cap just to make sure my hair is protected and secure. We're going to sew down another cap along that anchor braid, leaving some space a little bit outside of it, but we're not going to cut this cap this time. Okay? And now we're gonna go in, you get your bundles, get your glue, start measuring, and we're going to glue that hair. The first couple of tracks, as you see, I always make sure I go along that anchor braid. So we don't want to go like kind of at the nape of our neck, we kind of want to bring it up along that anchor braid to really make sure that the hair falls in our face and falls in the proper areas. And you also want to try to hide the tracks. So this method really makes sure that the tracks are hidden. Now we're coming near that top track, and I'm showing you a trick. Instead of putting it that way, we're going to put the track and glue it the opposite way.
So instead of putting the track like this way, right, because we've been putting them all this way, we're going to glue the last track like this to try to create a seamless, invisible type of part. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to put the glue on. And then we're going to put it this way. So we put it down like that. So that when it flips, it's like so. So see, it's like that basically. All right, so let's cut this.
So we're gonna go in and cut off that excess cap. Remember, we left a little bit outside of our parting, outside of our anchor braid, to make sure that we really get a good seamless quick weave. So there is some cap sticking out. We're just going to cut that cap, that excess cap left over in the front area off.
Be careful, be careful, be careful, be careful. Cut the cap off now. I think I'm gonna put one more track the same way that I had it because there's a gap right here. So we're trying to get it as seamless as possible. You're gonna just cut it. And put the glue on it. And again, we want to lay it like this. See? It's like an invisible type of part. So that way you won't leave none of your hair out. Okay. Now we have to work on this part. Okay, so I'm gonna get this hair out the way really quickly. It's scrunchy. Okay, so I changed the view since now we're working to the front of my hair. So I'm just gonna take a comb really quickly, comb through it. I blew it out and everything, pressed it out already. I'm gonna take 2 of these and we're gonna start to create a ponytail. Just leave my edges out because we're gonna deal with those later. I'm gonna just use some Eco Styler gel. Very little bit. Very little. Okay. Take our brush. So I'm gonna just, what I normally do is I do like a fake ponytail, meaning this is not the final product, but I just do this just to get the hairs how I want it, and then I'm gonna do my edges. So with the edges, I just go in with Got To Be, or you can use your Eco Styler gel. Use whatever product you want. This works good for me, so this is what I do. We're just gonna create our baby hairs now. Get a little bit more. Get a little bit more. And we're gonna do the other side now.
What we do here is go back.
Alright. Then I take it out one last time, and now this is like really the permanent version now. Okay. So now we're gonna get ready to do our genie ponytail. So I'm gonna just comb through this, and I'm gonna braid it as tight as I can. Tight as I can. And then I'm gonna secure the end with a rubber band. Just loop it like this. And we're gonna just put the rubber band at the end of that. All right. So then you wanna just start getting your bobby pins and your next bundle. Now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna start at the very end and get our bobby pins ready. And you're gonna just poke it into the braid. Now, I know some people sew it, some people do the whole wrap thing and glue it. I like pinning it because when I need to touch up my ponytail, it's easier to do so because you're not more so gonna really need to touch up the back. The back will last you a couple of weeks. The front, you might wanna touch it up, take it out, tighten it up. So that's why I prefer this method. Bobby pin in there. I stick the bobby pin going up and through the, let me see if I could explain it. So we're gonna stick the first one through that rubber band going up. All right, so it's pretty secure. Then we begin to wrap. And as you wrap around, you're going to pin it when necessary. But try to wrap it as tight as possible. Okay, and that's how you get your genie ponytail. Okay, so I think I'm gonna put a bobby pin right here, and you're just gonna stick them in along your braid that you created, going up, going down. Stick that in. Okay. And I want my ponytail to go to the side, which is why it's aimed this way. So if you wanted to go straight to the back of your head, then you would do it so. See, like that. So I think I'm putting another bobby pin in. I'm gonna go up. Up. It's coming together. Just keep wrapping till you get to the end. Now we're getting to the top. I'll just cut this. We're gonna take this and wrap it around. Actually, let me get a little bit thicker piece. And we're just gonna wrap it around the whole entire base. Take the back out. Right now, with this being curly hair, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just, really quick, we can take some of that. Got to be secure it around here. Just take a little bit of water. This curly hair. Just get the curls a little bit better. Needs to be wet. And we pretty much have it, beauties. This is it. This is the final look. If you want to wear it more to the side, you could do so. If you wanted to wear it to the back, you could do so. If you wanted to wear it to the other side, you can do so. I think I want to just wet this a little bit more, just to get those curls popping. They look like they came straight out of a bundle. All right. So this is it. Hope you enjoyed this video, ladies. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.